on the replay, make sure you like, subscribe, share. Donate a lot of money to our channel, but hey, we appreciate you. Well, we're live in the kitchen today. I got a lot of work to do in here, so you're gonna have to move around with me a little bit and hang out. I'm gonna get the chat up on the big screen here in the house, so it's easier for me to keep up with and see. I hope everybody's having a great day. I will say it's about, 6:45 here, 75 degrees. Beautiful day. We had to go out and do some shopping today, unfortunately. And one of the worst things I hate to do. Let's get this up on the big screen so I can get to work. I got a lot of work to do in the kitchen today. Man, after shopping and all that good stuff. Woohoo! I don't even know where to start. That's part of my problem today. Where do I start? So you guys just hang out with me. Oh, Lily, it's all right. Take a chill. Lily. Hey, take a chill. Well, let's go out and see what Lily's having a fit about. Oh, Lily. What's your major malfunction? Oh? What? Pretty dog? There's Lily. Let's go see what Lily's up to. Oh, I think Lily's trying to figure out where she's going to take a crap at. Is that what you're doing? All right. Say it's a beautiful night tonight, everybody. But here. Give you guys a quick look at the sunset. It's a beautiful night. Let's get back in the house, though. We got a bunch of cleaning we got to do. I got to get this work done. Got a bunch of people watching. Well, you guys need to give me a thumbs up. Drop a chat. Let me know what's going on in your world. If you got questions, I'll solve your problems. Onyx is good. What grass is that? I don't really know what type of grass it is. I do, to be honest. I know what type it is, but I can't think of the name. Is it... It's not Kentucky bluegrass. Fescue, Bermuda. I think it's, fescue. Yeah, so I think it's fescue. So how are you? Are you a grass person? Do you know your grasses? I got a mess today, a big mess. We went shopping, bought a bunch of stuff, got it home. I got to get it put away. Got to get the dishes cleaned up. I need to hire a kitchen helper. Does anybody want a job as a kitchen helper? So, man, I don't know where to start. I guess I just start, right? So thank y'all for the thumbs up there. I can see you on the big screen when you guys chat, so even if I'm not looking at you directly, I can see what's going on. I'll show you some stuff while we're chatting. Now, my wife and I drink and eat a lot. Hello to you, Shameen. That's kind of a cool name. If I said it right, Shameen. That's kind of a cool name. I dig that, man. Thank you for the thumbs up. Oh, I'm going to shut the refrigerator door. The refrigerator door stays open too long. It sends an alert to all of the iPhone or all of our phones, letting us know it's alert, and it beeps. Goes So one thing we drink a lot of are these. It's a V8 energy drink. I know it's probably backwards to you, but it's basically V8 energy drink. This one is, oops, pomegranate and blueberry. The other one that we really like is the peach mango. Euphorum. Where are we from? We're in the United States currently, if that's your question. So they have 50 calories only. They don't have any added sugars, only 11 sugars, low sodium, a few vitamins like B12 and stuff. So we drink these a lot. This is our morning juice and stuff. So we buy them at a warehouse called Sam's Club in America, or Costco's, but Sam's, by the case like this, and we save quite a bit of money doing it like this. I see we got a bunch of people in the background. Don't be shy, come forward, drop a chat, give me a thumbs up if you're back there. Look, not gonna hurt you, not gonna hurt you. It's only gonna take a second of your time to leave a comment and give me a thumbs up. Come on, guys, you can do it. Yeah, we're from the United States. Samuel, good to see you. Thank you. Grumpy Red Panda, good to see you again, man. Doing good, man. We had to go to Sam's Club and do some shopping. So I got the kitchen's a mess. What I need to find is a kitchen worker, but you know, in America, it's hard to afford any helpers. But I'm trying to get the kitchen cleaned up today while we talk and live stream. So, putting away our juices. But I can see you guys up on the big screen, and I'll keep up with the chat. I need to turn it on my refrigerator. So, here, while I'm at it, before I get too far, let me, so I can read the chat better, I'm going to bring you up on the refrigerator. All right. I think I can read the chat up here. So Grumpy, where are you? How are you? Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's a good day. You know, we had to go to Sam's. We did a little running around. And we're trying to eat healthier. We're trying to save money. You know, we're trying to just be a little better, do a little better. So that's all I can say we're doing, you know. So, but my kitchen's a mess. And I need to do better. Here, let me bring you over here to this island. Get some of my juice put away here. Sorry, you guys are crooked. Daniela, good to see you. Thank you for saying hi. Here's the juice we buy, if you guys didn't catch that earlier. You guys remember to give us a thumbs up. So we like these. We drink these every day. It's much better than like Coke and soda. And it's better than drinking like a big glass of orange juice in the mornings. So this is what we like. I do drink these. I'll show you. I'm not going to drink one. These are really good. When I have a hankering for a coffee, I've been drinking these. 30 grams of protein, 160 calories, 1 gram of sugar, 24 vitamins and minerals, and it's like a coffee flavored protein drink. So we do buy these. Don't drink a lot of them, but we like them. We like them. We like them, friends. All right, you know, the interesting thing is we have a dilemma and a debate in our world. Oh, I need to put my dinner away. I just got done eating some leftover soup. Let me get that sealed up. These are really nice. If you don't know what these are glass containers with snap type lids. They have a gasket around it. You snap them in place. They stay in place. They're really good. They're microwavable. Just trying to get the house squared away. We got to go to a party tomorrow night, a dinner party. So we did buy some something to take to the dinner party, even though they told us not to bring anything. But we always bring something to parties and events we go to. We don't like to go to somebody's house to eat and have fun without bringing something. So we're really big on we don't bring home stuff. We're more of the type of people that give more than we take. That's part of our philosophy in life. So, but man, I hate cleaning the kitchen. One of the things I hate the most. So, we have a debate in our house because my wife, she doesn't like a traditional dish rack, right? The thing that you put the plates and cups in, she hates them. So that leaves me to the problem when I do the dishes, when I do them by hand, how do I dry them, right? It drives me crazy. And she doesn't like how my new system either. So I don't know what she thinks I should do with the dishes that I've dried or washed, right? To let them dry. So I'll show you what I do though. Let me get you guys. I'll put them in play. I need to do it anyway. So here, said hi, good to see you, thank you. Not ignoring you guys, I want to show you. So, here's our sink, which is dirty dishes. Here's where I keep my morning cereal bowl and spoon, all clean and ready to go. Let me wipe this dry. So that's kind of what we do. And then I take this metal thing like this. I take that metal thing, and then this is an absorbent pad. I lay that on top, and that's where I dry my dishes at. I don't know what you guys think of that. So, all right. You guys mind if I do some dishes? I gotta wash some dishes. Everybody's saying hi to each other. I hope you guys are doing that. Remember, like, subscribe, and share to each other as you come in. If you have a YouTube channel, let me know. Woo-wee! Man, it's a lot of work in America. For the folks that don't live in America, if you want to live in America, man, it's a lot of work in America. Nothing seems to be easy. But that's okay, right? What else are you going to do? Now I got to get organized about how I want to do dishes. Because I like using the dishwasher. We have an automatic dishwasher. How are you? I'm doing great. Great, Grumpy Red Panda. Just smoking some weed. Say big hi to you from my wife. Yes! We appreciate that. I'm trying to debate if I should just... Here's one of the big debates in life. The damn dishwasher, right? So you wash dishes in the dishwasher. The problem is I hate putting them away. I can't stand unloading the dishwasher. I don't like washing dishes at all. So my name is Amar. Nice to see you. Good, thank you for the thumbs up. You guys need to give me some more thumbs up. Show me some love. So if you never unload the dishwasher, which I hate doing, then you wind up having to hand wash dishes and let them dry and put them away. So I don't know which is worse, which is better. I hate doing dishes. It's I hate doing dishes. I hate it. I'm sorry, guys. Did I tell you that I hated doing dishes? Because I do. Absolutely hate doing dishes if I haven't told you. Thank you, appreciate that. Jim's in the house, good to see you. You like my shirt? Thank you. You know, looks good on a fat guy, right? So don't get too excited about my sexy body now. Woo! But man, I hate doing dishes. There's my good buddy Gus is in the house. How are you? How do I really feel? Yeah, I know, right? Well, let me tell you how I really feel. And let me get these stupid things put away. My real question is there anybody in their right mind that really likes doing dishes? Gus says, I hate doing dishes too, man. Oh, God, I hate them. I don't mind vacuuming. I do the laundry a lot, you know, because my wife works, right? So she has a real job. I don't. Because, you know, I can't work due to my health. So I'm already tired. So I do the laundry, which I don't mind it. It's kind of slow and easy. So I do a lot of the housework, which is okay. Dishes are bad. Jim says paper, yeah, all paper goods. I know. Well, here's something I've been trying to do, and it hasn't been working with my wife, all right? I saw a TV show the other day where it was about prisoners in prison. And what they did is they got like their own bowl, their own spoon, or spork, and a cup. And they had to keep it clean and use it over and over and over again. So I've been trying to implement that in my house. I've told my wife, because I have one bowl, one saucer, small plate, one glass, and one spoon and fork that I use. And I wash them and I put them over here in my little breakfast nook area, because when I get up in the morning, this is where I go first. So I've been trying to get her to do that. I can't get her to implement the prison system, and I don't know why. Hey, Lynn is in the house. How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. Just enjoy cleaning your kitchen. So, no, man, I hate kitchen cleaning. I hate it more than anything. I really do. Don't say kitchen cleaning is enjoyable. How are you? How are you doing? You guys all subscribe to each other, by the way. Don't be shy about doing that. Lynn, good to see you, by the way. What I'm doing dishes, man. Look so wide. I look wide. I look fat. Is that what you're saying? Paper plates and plastic silverware here, buddy. I know, man. I know. I'm with you. All right. I need a drink. I need a drink. Oh, the kitchen? You want to see the kitchen? We don't look at it because it's dirty, but here. I got to get this silverware put away real quick. So I can see you guys up on the big screen, so don't stress. If I come out of your picture, just don't worry about it. Let me get some of this silverware picked away so that I can reload the dishwasher. I hate doing housework. Have you guys have any questions about how to be a great kitchen cleaner, don't ask me. You know, you don't want to ask me, I'm telling you. Just ask my wife. She'll tell you, you know, that fat old guy, whoa, almost killed you. It is 7 o'clock p.m. my time, is what time it is. What time is it for you? And if there's something you see that you want to look at, I'm not shy. We can show you. Look, I burnt my soup last night. See that? But it's a copper pan, so it cleans up really easy. But I forgot I was heating soup up last night. Oh, yeah, it's 8:05 in the Philippines. Yes. Gotta love the Philippines. Has the rain stopped? How's the weather, my friend? We've had an absolutely beautiful day here, weather-wise. Not so much of a beautiful day because we had to go shopping. We went shopping at a place called Sam's Club. It's a big warehouse, food and supply warehouse, kind of like you guys have there in the Philippines. Tim is in the house. Tim, how are you? Tim, did you come to help me in the kitchen? I need help, Tim. I hope everybody's doing great tonight, by the way. We got a busy weekend, so I'm trying to get the kitchen cleaned up. We got a big dinner party to go to tomorrow night. A big old fancy dinner party. So, Lynn saying hello to you, Tim. Gus is in the house also. Maybe you guys have seen my video, but this is some of the best glass cleaner I've ever found. Really good stuff. It sprays kind of like foam. Really good stuff. I use it a lot, not only on glass, but other really slick surfaces, and it works really good. I like it. I like it so much, I bought a big giant pack of it. One of the problems I have when I do kitchens, when I do work in the kitchen, is I'm really bad. Well, I'm bad at everything, but I'm really bad at, when I load the dishwasher, missing things. You know how you get it loaded, you get it started, then you turn around and go, well, crap. You know, I'm one of those people. So I got a double C, look. I got stuff all over this kitchen, and I don't even know about. Hey, let me tell you guys, and I know you guys are all smart and you do a lot of this. If you do a lot of frying, these are really good. These are just, and we got them in different sizes. They're real cheap, but these are great. So if you do frying, you put them over here and it keeps the grease from popping out. Telling you, absolutely love these. And they do come in about 3 different sizes, which is helpful. Tarzan's in the house. Do you? Do you really use Rain-X? I thought about that, John, but I didn't know if I wanted my face and my eyes to be that close to that chemical all the time. You need someone to help? I'm available. Yes, at your service. Thank you. You're hired. How much do you charge? Oh, man. Shit. I tell you what, you would be hired because look, I'm telling you, if my wife and I hit the lottery, and I mean the big lottery, I don't know how I would do it, but I would get a HB1 visa from somebody for the Philippines and have them come over here and be our yaya. But the first thing I would do is to try to get a yaya to come into this house. And I told my wife the sole job of the yaya would be, because she complains, would be to walk around the house, follow me, and pick up after me. Because she says somebody needs to pick up after me. And of course, you got to rub the belly of my dog. So, it really would. We would definitely get some, crap. See, I missed this big ass jug of silverware. Dang it. But luckily I didn't shut the thing yet. Ah! See? Hello, Tarzan Malin. That was when I was cutting trees in the rain years ago. Okay. Yeah, I just wonder that, because I thought about that a long time ago. And being an old hazmat guy, I went, I don't know if that would be the wisest thing to do. Now, I could see maybe a face shield that's out here a little bit. And I'm a little surprised that Rain-X doesn't have a petroleum product in it, which would make it flammable. So if you're out there fighting fires, John. All right, we got to look around the kitchen one more time. Make sure I don't miss any. Shit, I missed some more over here. Dang it. All right, you guys look around the kitchen and let me know if you see any dishes anywhere. Those 2 pans stay. You guys see any dirty dishes anywhere? I mean, I got a lot to clean up yet. No? All right. Oh, I got to feed Lily here in a minute. You cook biscotti? I heard my son burp. He must be full. Nice. We're going to make it this weekend. I think Lorelai's going to cook her half American, half Filipino biscotti this weekend. We bought some fresh ground pork, never frozen. Today it's Sam's Club. So I think she's going to make that this weekend. We got to go. She likes to get that Velveeta cheese and cut into it. We don't eat a lot of Velveeta because it's not real cheese. Got to get our dishwasher started. So we don't keep any Velveeta in the house at all. And all we need is the smallest chunk they got. But Velveeta is extremely expensive now. That fake imitation stuff. I got a drink over here. Let's sit down for a minute if you don't mind. I'm going to I'm going to sit down for a minute. Let me get over here and take a break. Let me take a break if you guys don't mind. Whew. Man, I wish I was in better health, because even cleaning the kitchen takes me a couple of hours. I got to take breaks, you know, rest up. Done connected to you, Tarzan. Your channel short video, thank you so much for the support. Bye is in the house. Everybody say hello to Bye. Bye, say hello to everybody. Thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. We're in the kitchen, cleaning the kitchen today. I'm already wore out. I tell you what, and I got a lot to go yet. Yeah, especially in the Philippines, Tim. When we are there, it's really hard to find the real cheese. The only real cheese we find in the Philippines is that wax ball of cheese in the little box. Bye, saying hello to you, Gus. Good to see you. I'm on my second plate of spaghetti. Wow. Hey, I got a new cookbook I'm going to work on this winter. So, I'll tell you. Woo! I need a helper. Who's going to be my yaya? So, I really like to eat soup. I'm a big soup fan. My wife, not so much, right? She's just, you know, yeah. And she doesn't really like American soup. That's kind of the deal. And, oh, you have to make the goat cheese? That'd be good. I like goat cheese. I like cheese. So I bought a cookbook on, I'll show it to you. It's called Asian Soup, Home-Style Asian Soup. Now, it's not a very impressive cookbook. It was only $8 or $9. And it's not fancy. It doesn't have pretty pictures or anything. But it has about 40 different soups. And there are about 10 of them that my wife likes. So I'm really excited. This winter, I'm going to be making a bunch of these soups, and I'll share them with you guys. So, you know, and we have like chicken and sweet corn soup that we're going to make. The Thai coconut soup, if you guys ever heard of that. Man, that's some good eating, that Thai coconut. I will be, or no, good. Come on down. Write a cookbook instead. I know, man, I need to write a cookbook. I could actually write a cookbook. We have Asian chicken noodle soup, spicy watermelon soup. We're not going to make that. Another one we like is the tom tom soup, you know, the Thai tom tom. Like that a lot. We've got ginger garlic noodle soup we like. And then there's a recipe for just broth, a good clean broth that you can add and use things to. I will have a Betty Crocker cookbook I bought a second. Yeah, I have a whole section of cookbooks. I actually, I know you two are, Tarzan, I know you are too. You're a book reader. So, me too. They got now look, they got a recipe for miso soup. Now I buy the miso paste, and I use miso soup in a lot of my dishes, not just soup, but I use it as a saute base. Thai chicken and corn chowder, that's another one we're looking for. They got an Indian tomato soup. I've never heard of this. It's kind of pronounced Rossam. Indian tomato soup. I'm interested in that one. Carrot ginger soup. We got a bunch of carrots growing in the garden that we need to pull out, and I'm going to try to make that. Thomas is in the house. Says hello, Thomas. Good to see you. Thank you for the thumbs up. So, like I said, it's not a very fancy cookbook. Basically, all you get is a black and white photo. You get a brief description of the soup. Preparation time, cooking time, serving 8 people. And then you get a basic recipe and just the procedures and notes. Real simple, which I'm good with. I'm good with that. I don't need fancy cookbooks. I got them. They just cost a lot of money. But what I've done, man, I feel like I'm talking a lot. What I've done, or what I'm doing, is I've gone through our cookbook, right? And I've been looking for common ingredients in all the different soups that we like, that we're interested in. So it's kind of like I need to buy some, a little container of real lemon juice. What else? Corn. I got to make sure I got some cornstarch on hand, fish sauce, red curry paste, coconut cream, and milk, but we prefer the cream. Lime juice, as I said, some Marin, which is a rice wine, rice vinegar, some lime leaves, which I don't know how to get that, and some other weird spice I got to try to get at the Asian store. These are things we don't have in the house. That's kind of like a staple in a lot of these soups. So I got to stock up on some of those, and then we can just pick up the fresh ingredients when we need them. It's kind of what I'm working on. But let me take a break a second. Oh, my crackers are open. Somebody didn't close the crackers. I wonder who that could have been. I wonder who ate soup 30 minutes ago and didn't close the crackers. I tried to cook skillet bread yesterday, and you angered the cooking gods. Wow. We are trying to eat healthier. We are. I don't know how successful we'll be, but we are. We're trying to, I told Lorelai, and you guys have all heard me say this, and we've talked about this, right? American food is the worst food in the world. I mean, it just is. It's all processed. So the best thing you can do, if you can, is cook with fresh ingredients. And, people like in the Philippines, that's what they do every day of their life. And that's why they're healthier and skinnier and everywhere else in the nation. So, Lorelai is hoping to drop a few pounds before her birthday. And I told her her best thing would be to simply go back to cooking Filipino food. And that's why I got this soup cookbook, so that hopefully we can do more like this. So I was hungry, so I rushed it. Well, don't be doing that, Mr. Tarzan. You got to learn to be patient. You're a gentleman these days, so you got to learn to be patient. All right. Man, I still got to clean up the table. Man, I got a lot to do. Come on, let's get some more work done. I thought I was going to get to take a break, but John's got to be motivated. I got to be motivated. All right. Let me put you here. All right. Oh, no, I missed that in the trash. We got some of these horrible things from the Asian store. Have you ever heard of these? The Cocoa Pie, the Cocoa Pies, have you heard of these? Choco Pies? We like these, but they're bad for you. Well, let me get those in our bowl of bad stuff. Lorelai has all of her vitamins out, so I need to get her vitamins put away so I can make the table look halfway decent. We found these at the Asian store the other day. They are a croissant which has like a little bit of a mango inside of it. Not a big deal. Not impressive. All right, we're making headway, boys and girls. Throw this in the trash. Hungry, hungry, hungry. So here's our little, I don't know if have you guys ever seen our little Chinese type tea set? You guys ever seen that? Isn't that cool looking? I don't know if we'll ever make tea in that, but it's just kind of a cool looking thing, right? Let me get Lorelai stuff over here in the vitamin corner. Oh, I gotta feed my dog Lily. All right, you guys can hang out with me while I feed my dog Lily. So for our dog Lily, a lot of work. It's a lot of work being a homemaker. So what we do with Lily, we have one of these slow bowls that they help the dogs slow down because the food goes down in these crevices and they got to work harder to get to it. And it does slow her down. It pisses her off from time to time because there's sometimes something gets stuck and she can't get it out. And she kind of gets pissed at it. So it's kind of funny, but we put it in here and I'll show you. Now the food we feed Lily, and if we ever get another long-haired female wiener dog, we'll feed them, it's called Pure Balance. See, Lily heard me talking about her, so she's coming and running. Dog food. These are the type of containers it comes in. Little Caesar dogs, I think is what it's called. Little Caesars, I don't know. They make, that's good too. My dog doesn't like Fresh Pet. We bought the Fresh Pet stuff that you buy that's refrigerated. She doesn't like it, but she likes it. See how this comes? I'll show you. Kind of comes in like a salami. See that? And she gets a half a pound of this a day. So in the morning she gets 1/4. In the evening she gets 1/4 because we're trying to get her to drop a little weight. My Lily, since her foot's got crippled in the car accident, she's gotten a little chunky. And since Daisy, my other dog, died, Lily doesn't have another doggy to play with, so she sleeps a lot. So she's picked up a little weight like me. Whew. So, I like this. Gotta take the plastic off. And then what sucks about this, it's really hard. It's like salami. So I kind of got to cut it up, chop it up. This is what we got to do here. I think starting next week, my wife is going to start bringing in the Halloween decorations and going through them. I just hope and pray, because we're going to have a Halloween party, that my wife doesn't go, oh my God, you know, we need a whole bunch of more Halloween decorations. And I try to smush it up a little bit so it's not just like dog cubes. But she really likes this Pure Balance. She didn't mind I can't remember if it's not called Little Caesars dog food, but you know, something Caesars dog food with that little white dog that's in the on the package. She likes that food very well. But she likes this one the best. And this stuff's not cheap, I'm telling you. So we're trying to regulate her food. We're trying to not give her as much treats. Because we need her to drop about 1 pound to 2 pounds. She's excited. All right. Here's how it looks. Tom B, hello, good to see ya. So this is what Lily's gonna eat. I need to wash my hands real quick. Tom, how are you? Good to see you, man. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right, so I'll show you what I do. So here we are. This is Lily's food. This is one of those slow feeding bowls That's her electronic water bowl. So you guys can see how it kind of slows her down, right? I know, I'm talking about you. Because she can't just scarf it. She has to kind of dig it out of there. So they actually work pretty good for this intended purpose. See, I know my dog, she is a full-blooded wiener dog. And she is a large wiener dog, large of the breed, not a miniature. And Lily's really strong and muscular. So under her fat, she's a very healthy dog. So we're trying to get her weight down just a little bit. If we can get her down a pound or two, it'd be really good. You see, she goes after that. Look at that. Man, give me that. Woohoo! So, but that's what we feed her. It's called Pure Balance. Dog loves it. My dog does not like the fresh pet. She won't eat the fresh pet like this, but this stuff she eats. All right, a little plug for Pure Balance, I guess, right? Free advertising for the 7 people watching me. We got the dishwasher going, so we're good there, guys. I'm going to put you over here because what I need to do is clean my garbage disposal real quick. I don't want to put you right next to it. We're going to turn on the scalding hot water. Get my Perfix Nook squared away. Put a little soap in there. My wife is trying to eat healthier. I don't know if you guys saw my video a long time ago about my egg timer thing. This is really cool. We use this. We bought some more brown organic eggs at Sam's Club today because she likes for me to boil about 4 of them at a time, and then she eats them when she comes home or for a snack. But this, it changes color and lets you know, and it really works, believe it or not. So when it says it's a soft one, it's soft. When it says it's medium hard, I mean, it works. Kind of shocked, but it really does work. So I keep that over here by the stove. Whew. Man, I'm already tired. Whew. I don't know. I got my panini press here. I need to clean it, so. Does everybody know what a panini press is? So it basically allows you to make like grilled cheese sandwiches nicer, or turkey sandwiches. I'll show you in a second once it warms up. You can do other things with it. But I really like to eat toasted sandwiches during the winter, right? So during the spring, I like sandwiches that are non-toasted. But during the winter, when it's cold out, I actually like to eat things that are a little bit warmer, so I'll eat here. So here's my little panini press. You guys can see that. So you basically just lay your sandwich down and you pull this top over it. Boom. I need to get this cleaned. So I want to let it, it's going to burn off some of that residue. What you doing, Lily? Huh? What do you guys think? Time for another break? I think it's time to sit down again and catch my breath. I'll show you guys this in a minute. I got a tripod I'm trying to fix today too. Let me come over here to my corner and just sit down for a minute. You know, having heart failure sucks. I also have lung issues, breathing issues. But, you know, I have a philosophy that if you wear a cool hat, then it's all good. But no, I believe you got to try to keep moving, keep doing. You can't just give up and say, hey, I'm fat, I'm old, I got a bad heart and bad lungs, bad kidneys, bad back, and I can no longer do anything but sit on the couch, which I do a lot of. So I believe in not doing that. I believe in trying to get out there and have activities. So even for me, it's a big struggle to clean the house, to be honest. But it's exercise. If you've got a broken leg, man, that sucks. Man, I've had a broken leg. They suck. I was in a body cast when I was a kid for, God, 3 or 4 months. When I broke my femur. So I can relate. Now, as a kid back then, I've broken an arm, broken a leg, all on the left side of my body. What does that tell you? Dennis is in the house. Everybody say hello to Dennis. Thank you for the thumbs up. I have a bad attitude. Me too, man. Dennis, I'm wore out. I've been trying to clean the kitchen. Damn, I need help. I need to hire a yaya. I need to win the lottery so I can hire a HB1 visa, arm candy yaya, Dennis. I'll share. So, I think it's Monday. I go back to the heart doctor and they're going to check my device to see if it's ready to pop out, how close I am to having to change that, because we're waiting. I got to have a new pacemaker put in. Now, that's not causing me any more problems. The battery's fine. It doesn't like run down. So the battery doesn't kind of like do this and you start feeling like shit as it goes down. That's not how it works. So it's stable, it's consistent. It's going to get to a point where the computer in the battery or in the pacemaker says, hey, you're at 20%, beep. And then it lets you know that you're at 20%. And then you got about 90 days, 60 days to get it changed out. Got a young Filipina? Yes, I'll send it. Yes, hey, Flamingo Business. How are you? How's your business going, by the way? How are you doing? Good to see you. How's Florida treating you? Yes, we remember you. It's been a long time. Did you come in to help me clean the kitchen? Like, oh, man. We're going, Dennis, I'm being dragged to some stinking fancy party tomorrow night. So, I don't know. You know, I envy a lot of you guys that are still single. You know, it's like, we got to go somewhere tomorrow night. I'd rather stay home and watch college football. On the 4th of October, I got to dress up. And, you know, and now look, I understand that when I dress up, I look better than everybody else. I get that. But I got to dress up and go to a big event on the 4th. I mean, sometimes I go, ooh, man, being married is a lot of work. I'm acting my age, laying in bed. There you go. Well, laying in bed, if you got your young Filipino with you, then you're doing all right. Me, I'm just working in the kitchen, trying to. The good thing is, I guess I don't got to dress up tomorrow night. I can look like a Hawaiian tropical giant pineapple and get away with it. I guess I'm excited about that. But I'm trying to get dishes washed. We got some stuff I'm trying to put away from Sam's Club. You ate almost 3 plates of biscotti? Damn, that's a lot of food for you, John. That's a lot of food. You know what? I bet you I ate a half a cup of soup, maybe a cup. A cup of broccoli cheddar soup with some crackers today. And I had oatmeal this morning, so I'm really trying to watch what I eat. I cooked some lamb today for Lorelei. We cooked some lamb in the what do you call that? A toaster oven thing. Came out really nice. So she took that to work, and I ate a little bit of that. But now, all right. I did eat like 10 or 20, maybe 25 Hershey Kisses. So, Flamingo says business is very slow now, but it should speed up now that Christmas is coming. Absolutely. As far as Florida, can't complain, but I've actually been thinking about moving to the West Coast. Holy shit. Wow. Why would anybody want to go to California? Yeah, I get the fact that you think there's more rich people in California. Now, what I'll tell you, because I'll tell you a story if you want to hear it. I got some nursing friends, right, who are from the Philippines. They live here. And some of them work out in California, right? And so they've been out in California. They live out in California full time. They've been nurses out there for a few years. We had a friend of ours that came over here recently in the last couple of years. And her friends, these girls that she knew being nurses in California, said, hey, no. You got to California. It's great. We make so much money per hour. It's unbelievable. Don't stay in Arkansas. Don't do that. That's horrible. So she went out to California to visit, and I talked to her and told her, I said, I really want you to look around, assess what your money's going to buy you, what you can do with your money in California versus another state. And so when she got out there, she realized that her friends were they were making a lot more money than she is in Arkansas. But she's making more money net, right? Because of cost of living and taxes and things like that in California. And she has a better quality of life. So I would really think about that. I don't know if it would improve your profit margins. It's kind of what I mean from a business standpoint. Tarzan's California, the people, not as nice as North Dakota, Minnesota. Well, yeah, they're not as nice as anybody. That's all right. Well, now, I understand that. The question might be, is your price point wrong? So maybe you're focused on the wrong audience. You know, maybe you need to tailor it to the audience in Florida, your product line. So you want to target the audience that you have, not the audience that you want. That's bad business. Good business is to look around and go, look, I have an audience that wants this, that likes this, right? Not going, gee, what I want is the audience that wants this, because this is what I want to sell. But you want to sell what the audience that you have or the people in your communities want to buy. Pat's in the house. Good evening. Good to see you. Pat saying hello to John and hi from Target. Pat, I'm tired already. I'm cleaning the kitchen, man. So I'm trying to catch my breath because I'm out of breath. And taking a break, and then we're going to jump back in the kitchen. Oh, man. Pat says it's good to see everybody. So I can't remember exactly, Flamingo, what your product line is, but maybe it's the East Coast. You know, the tourist areas of Myrtle Beach, Savannah, Georgia, those places. Because I don't know if California is a good investment for anything. So you sell wooden decor, all handmade. I have a little shop as well, but lately we have been seeing less and less people buying. We think the change up of location can be good. Well, what about, so maybe it's not location, but maybe it's the type of decor that you're making. Have you thought about that? How, you know, maybe it's the decor has changed. It's kind of like in the housing world, right? And I would love to see your stuff sometime. So it's kind of like this house, these colors and style right now. You know, a couple of years ago, it was a different color. So home decor changes, ideology changes. So you got to go with the trends and the tides. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what you have to do. What are your tourists looking for? What are your locals looking for? Tim says, hello, Pat. Maybe not California, maybe somewhere near the north. Okay? But the real question is, are you trying to sell a product to the wrong audience? I would make a product that your audience wants. Hey, 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 Gus from Pat. Pat says hello to everybody. So that's kind of my advice. Nice. That'd be cool. Very cool. And of course, we know social media is good. Maybe, are you hitting TikTok? You know, there's new rulings about TikTok that came down that's going to strengthen it, make it better in America, make it usable. Maybe I'll take my hat off. I'm hot. I've been sweating, Pat. I'm out of breath a little bit. So, so maybe your marketing's not great. You got to market to a new audience. I don't know. Pat, what's going on in your world, my friend? Thank you all for the thumbs up, by the way. So did you, okay, all right. So you had like an Etsy store? My sister-in-law has an Etsy store. And maybe you need to go to local fairs and craft fairs. And products should be geared towards what consumers want and not always what you want to sell. That's right, Tim. And thank you for that. And that's really my point. You got to sell what people want. Forget what you think they want. It's kind of like my brother. I got a brother. Yeah, I know. You're shocked. But I got a brother who's in sales. He's a professional salesman. He's been doing it for years. And I mean years and years. And he makes an outstanding living. I just wish he would share more of his money with me. Well, wait a minute. Let me back up. I wish he would share any of his money with me. No. But him and I talk about this all the time. You gotta, when he goes to sell, or his team, what he teaches his team is, we're not gonna sell a customer what we wanna sell them. We're gonna sell to a customer what they want and need. Our job is not to tell them what they want and need, but to listen to their needs and then come up with a solution for it. And you can use that on any level, my friend. I almost got sick earlier, feel bad, had a nap, feel bad. Oh, good. I got a younger brother, he wasn't planned, all right. Yeah, we had done surveys in the past and made custom things for people. They can just come into the store and tell us what they want, and we'll make it within a week. But still, so yeah. Now the other big key is a storefront really working for you? In today's e-world, even when I did private consulting work, way back before the internet was gigantic like it is now with TikTok and everything else, I never had a brick and mortar place. I didn't waste my money on that because I wanted my overhead. So I used, my house. And that's where it's kind of like, maybe instead of having a brick and mortar show, your online stores, if you do it right, and maybe, just doing your own Facebook page or local markets. I don't know. We're just trying to give you advice. I'm not trying to boss you around and tell you what to do, but just trying to give you some advice that we know. But the other thing I would do, I wouldn't do surveys because I think surveys are slanted. I would go to, all right, so let me say this. If I was a farmer and I was growing, if I had a farm that I could grow things on, right? I would go to the farmer's market and see what some of the best sellers are. Look around, see what other people are selling, and then I would go home and plant that and grow it and sell it. That's it. If I saw that the guy making hats was raking it in, my happy ass would go figure out how to make hats and sell them. Take part of the market share. So that's one good business strategy. All right. Let me tell you this. Maybe, and I was talking to some people this last week, maybe you need to do some more online collaborations with YouTubers. Send them a sample of your product right? And get them to show it off and link you. It's called a collaboration, so that they could help you sell your product. And maybe you give them a little bit. You know, it happens all over the internet. I get hit up by it all the time. I get companies, God, weekly, that say, hey, how would you feel about marketing our product? And we'll give you 15% of every sale, 20%. And sometimes, you know, I'm interested, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I get people that just give me stuff and says, would you do a video talking about this and help me market it? Sure. So I do a lot of that. So maybe that's something you can do to help you build. But you got to find YouTubers that are in the right market, the right audience. Father passed away 3 months ago, so I had a big inheritance. Wow. Why we've been talking about moving. Florida isn't the best place for selling wooden decor, really. Any suggestions? Well, I gotta clean that panini press. What type of wooden decor? I mean, are you selling tropical looking stuff like pelicans and ocean fish? Are you selling guns and, you know, wooden guns and pictures of deer? Those type of country things? Are you doing landscapes? Are you doing buildings? What kind of what is the theme or genre of your stuff? And then we could probably help you with an idea about where to go. Are you selling religious things? If you are into religious stuff, then going to the Bible Belt is where I would be, right? And I would go somewhere maybe where there's a large community of religious people. Let's say somewhere in the Carolinas by, what's that university? Liberty University. It's a religious school. They probably got 10,000 students plus mom and dad's coming in there. Maybe that type of thing. So that's my example. What is your theme? What is your theme? And then I would go to that target audience, is where I'd go. All right, so you're doing massive range from tables, which usually are very expensive items, right? Cabinetry, which is usually another expensive item. Small statues, bowls, and etc. So I would agree. You know, unless you become really good and famous, there's only so many tables people are going to buy from you, right? So maybe you need to, like I just said, and I'm just giving you, you know, some advice. And I know it's tempting to say, look, I want to sell tables because they make me the most money. When I sell a table, I get a couple $1,000 for it. Versus if I sell a little wooden statue, I only make, you know, $10. But if you sold more statues, so it might be easier than to sell the smaller stuff. Yeah, you know, this part of the country, you know, Northwest Arkansas is gigantic. It's expensive here, but there's a lot of money in this part of the country. So John's right. You could go to outside the country here in this part of the world. You could also use Facebook Marketplace and have people come to your house and pick it up, or to your store. So a lot of people are using Marketplace as a venue. Also TikTok. Tim is right, and that's kind of where I was going with that, Tim, and thank you for that. You might be doing the shotgun effect, which is not a good thing. What I would do is find a narrower target, right? Religious things, because people that are religious love religious stuff. Or sporting goods, sporting stuff, like, you know, Razorbacks, football helmets, you know, in the shape of, you know, stuff like that, that you could buy for adults and kids. Clickbait, that's right. And if you can get a pretty girl to advertise your stuff, it's always good, right, John? So maybe the trend is to work on a narrower line instead of just saying we can make anything, make, some of these and sell them. What university are you close to? Because I know Florida has 20 state schools. I remember 20 or 21 state schools. So you might be close to Southern Florida University. So maybe you make some of their stuff, some of their, you make it look like their team stuff. If you're, make gaiters for Florida students, stuff like that. Or you go to the Carolinas. Or you go to a place that's booming. Like Northwest Arkansas, there's people here with millions and millions and millions of dollars coming out of their ears. Everything's expensive here. It's expensive to live here. It's expensive to fart in Arkansas. So, but John's right about that. You go to a place. Or you get a micro market, not a macro market. Small versus large. And then what you do, I was having this conversation the other day, to be honest, I really did, with some people that do consulting work. And they want to get back into doing their consulting, and they know that I had a consulting business 100,000 years ago, right? So we were talking about this, and I told them what I would do is actually go and try to help the people on the internet, the people that struggle to grow YouTube like me, and offer their service to me at a very low price. And then as they build up a clientele, then they move to the corporate world to make the big money. Yeah, that's good. So you got to take custom orders, right? So, so that cabinet was a custom order. Now, and that's one thing I can tell you. We have custom cabinet builders right here because our housing industry booms in Northwest Arkansas. So yeah, we have very high-end custom cabinet makers. I hired a welder to do a project for me the other day. That boy's raking in the money. Young kid, about 30, has his big-ass business. I talked to him quite a bit. He said, no, you don't understand. I do so many fences and railings and shit like this in these neighborhoods. He said, we're debt free. We're raking it in. So I get the joy of selling a $75,000 table, right? But you can't do a lot of those, aren't sustainable. So you just got to find something that's sustainable. And I believe in making a little bit of money over a whole lot of money. I'd rather make $1 a day than $100 every 6 months. Just stuff to think about. But maybe you got to find a new niche. Religion artifacts. You know what I was going to say about the YouTube stuff. For instance, these people I know that are professional consultants, they're coaches, right? Not football coaches, they're motivational coaches. They teach you how to do things, right? That type of coach, like a life coach, but for business. There's a lot of these small people, Oh, and for instance, the other day, I'll tell you kind of what I mean. You probably haven't seen it since I haven't talked to you in a while, but I have a really nice metal sign in my backyard now for our YouTube channel. It's very cool. I bought it from a place called Lakeshore.com, Lakeshore Metalworks. They make custom signs. I had one made for Lorelai and I. Look, maybe providing a product to YouTubers. Like you can go on my channel and look, you'll see it. It's the blue sign. Hell, if you would have made me a wood one, hey, I'd have been happy to pimp you out every time people see it. Because I actually have people ask me, because it's in my YouTube channel a lot, hey, where did you buy that sign at? And I did have to buy that one. The company knew nothing about me. I paid for it, and I bought one for my niece, which is really cool because she's a horse trainer, right? Professional horse trainer, so I got her one. And but I get people a lot asking me about my metal sign. You want to see it? I'll show it to you. Pat says, right on, brother. Yes, I got a book called Hooked, How to Build Habit Forming. Oh, there you go. Hey, Flamingo, Tarzan here is recommending a book. And I'll say this. If John's recommending a book, it's a good book. Well, it's dark outside. Let's go outside. I know it's dark, but let's see if we can see it. See? There we go. You see that? So I had that custom made from a metalworking company. I had one for my niece made that had a horse on it, and the name of her horse had passed away. And see, it has mine and Lorelei's name on it. So, but I paid to have that made. I would have hung yours up and told everybody about you every day, because it's on my channel a lot. So that's a thought, right? You know, all these people that have YouTube channels, and I live stream in front of that. And that's why people ask me, hey, what is that? Like, well, it's a metal sign that I had custom made. So, just got news from my son. He has found a perfect place. Texas might be good. Carpentry options in Texas, nice. Is it Austin, Texas? Austin, Texas is a very artsy-fartsy community in Texas. So, but you got to know your audience in Texas. It's like, what do you think Texans want? John, you like that sign? So you got to ask yourself, if we go to the Texas, what are we going to sell to Texans? Because Texans, you know. Now, of course, there are a lot of these places that make what I call cowboy furniture. We even have one local where I can go and buy rusted-looking cowboy furniture, stuff made out of fence posts and all of that. Yeah, Austin, Texas is it's a very different community. It's a very open-minded community. Very open-minded community. Very, very open-minded community. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. It just is what it is. So there are probably products that you can make. You know, rainbow flags would be a big hit in Austin, Texas. Stuff like that, pride flags. You could probably sell a lot of those. The Texas Star in Texas is always popular, right? You know what I mean by the Texas Star? You can make little wood things out of the state of Texas to shape, people like that. Studied still in college, but his major's in economics, nice. Learned about stuff like that. Luckily, good. You don't have a clue, just carving wood, buddy. That's nice. Yeah, Tim says cowboy decoration. Yeah, it is. It's gigantic. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my speed. I like fish. I'm more of a tropical fish guy. So I like more of the ocean vibe, the saltwater vibe. You know. I saw on somebody's YouTube channel where they had a custom-made wood. Oh, I saw it here. I saw it in my own community, I forgot. But somebody made a wood piece where they took an American flag and a Filipino flag, and they made it, it's all made out of wood, and stained, and it blended it all together. So you had the two flags on the end. You probably have seen other things like it, you know? There are people out here like that would be happy to have something like that. Time for another break. Time for another break. Yeah, I've seen those tables on the internet. Well, maybe that's the other thing. Look, to be honest, the Lakeshore sign people that made my sign, I found them because I saw a video they made. I saw a little video. Went, oh, wow, that's cool. Searched them out. Went, yeah, I like it. Went to their website and bought a sign. Bought 2 signs. So maybe when you make things, you should do little videos of it and upload it. Put it on TikTok or Facebook. Share it with your communities. Mingo says, yes, Tim, I was thinking about making more traditional cowboy products. Yeah, it would. It would. I would think in Florida, fishing and tropical would sell better, right? So you just got to know your target audience. Longhorns and Aggies and cattle drives, ranches, horseshoes, that damn Texas Star that you see everywhere, I don't know what the cost of living is in Austin, Texas. I think Austin's a little pricier than like the Dallas-Fort Worth area. But now remember, here's a couple things about Texas. You don't pay state income tax, but you pay property tax out the ass. Big time. Keep that in mind. So if you're going to buy property and own your own land there, be prepared to spend a lot of money on taxes to own the property. All wells and rustic scenery, that's it. The cowboy ride, the vision of all of that. So that's that. But you can do it and some really good stuff, But believe it or not, I see a lot of little short videos on YouTube and Facebook of people doing really cool things like those resin tables. I could never afford one. But yeah, I think it'd be killer to have one of those real resin tables, those good ones that those craftsmen make that makes it look like an ocean or a river and things. Man, those are awesome. People wouldn't even know about that if it wasn't for social media though, right? So maybe and this is what I was talking about with these, Austin is expensive, Tim. You're right. And that's kind of where I was going with that. They are expensive. I know Austin. It's an expensive place. The big dream here, but I've always wanted to build a wooden house for people, maybe just sheds. Oh, there you go. Well, the problem with that, now I'm not trying to burst your bubble, don't get me wrong, but I don't know how it is in Florida, but all over Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Louisiana, everywhere else, Alabama, everywhere else I've been and go, they got sheds out the ass at all these places where you go and you can rent to own a shed or an outbuilding now. So we have probably 8 or 9 of them within a 5-mile radius of my house of these places that are selling sheds, pre-made. Now, some of them are made by the Amish, and they're damn fine sheds. And if I need it and had the money, I would buy one. So, and some of them are not, but they're getting good money for those. But then again, they're sitting out there for years. So it's a slow business. Traffic sucks in Austin. You got that right. I know. I got lost in Austin a lot. I got confused in Austin. I was so close to where I was supposed to be, but I couldn't get where I was supposed to be. It was unbelievable. I went to teach a conference in Austin. Never do it again. I went down there to be a guest lecturer. 1 year, flew in, got my car, followed the GPS. I could see the freaking hotel, but I couldn't get there. It took me 30 minutes to figure out how in the hell to get over there to it because all the way the roads were. It was horrible. Pissed me off. If I would have been in a pickup truck, I would have just drove over the curbs and the yards and the fences and got to the hotel. I think Texas is a good state. Dallas-Fort Worth area, San Antonio, Tex-Mex a lot in San Antonio. All right, Tim, we appreciate you. I don't think Texas is a bad state. We wouldn't live there because of the property tax. We just wouldn't do it. The property tax is way too high. I got my brother lives in Texas, and they have a nice place, right? And he's paying $1,200 a month in property taxes, and he has an outbuilding and a shop because his wife does a lot of hobbies. So they got a nice spread that you would probably really like. They're paying $1,200 a month. Taxes, the tax, not including the homeowner's insurance, the tax. So, just something to keep in mind. Really look at the tax structure. You know, it just depends on what your vibe is and where your heart is. You know, college towns I think are great. Usually there's some money floating around college towns. I don't know, man. I think if I was in your world, I would build religious stuff because people go ape shit for religious stuff. You know, that's kind of my thing. But you saw my sign, right? In the backyard? How cool that is? All right, guys, let me scoot you back. So can I show you guys this? You guys want to see what I got? So I bought this. This is not a free gift or a product placement. I wish it was, but it's not. I actually had to buy this. It was like, the good news is only 20 bucks. So my dog Lily, you know, the one that's still alive, my dog Daisy died. But they got an outside bed, right? It's a big mat where they sleep on, and they've been using it for a couple of years. But it's not designed for the outdoors. So it's starting to fall apart. It's just basically a piece of egg crate foam with material around it. You know what I mean? For like a dog bed or a dog kennel. Well, it's looking like crap. It's starting to get really bad, and I like my doggy. So I bought her a new outdoor bed, and that's what this is. I paid $20 for it from Amazon. I'll share it with you because I don't mind. It's not a product placement. Nobody's paying me. I just like to share. It's supposed to be an orthopedic doggy bed, is what it is for my doggy. It's going to be a big issue. We have been fined for 2 to 3 years ago when I was making $7 a month. Yep, 3 to 4K. So I don't think it would be smart going there. The tax rate in Texas is high, so you got to think. You don't got to pay state income tax, but they kill you with property tax. Yeah, Daisy, the black and tan one, my puppy that stayed with me all the time, she had a heart attack and died. We knew she had heart failure, but yeah, so Lily's still with us. We want to get another long hair female wiener dog. And I think we're ready to do that, but we are particular. We want a long hair, we don't care what color. And we want a female. But the problem is, everywhere around us, they run about $2,500. And I just can't cough up $2,500 for a puppy. I just can't do it. So, so this is an orthopedic doggy bed for my dog. It's a chinchilla. It's probably Chinese or Japanese or something. But I'll show it to you. It is washable, they say. Apparently the cover can come off and be washed. So yeah, I got this on Amazon for like 20 bucks. So I got a feeling it's going to explode. That's why I moved you guys back. Let me move you back a little further. Just in case this thing opens up and explodes on top of y'all. I got a feeling that's what it's going to do because it's memory foam, I think. Try not to tear it up. There we go. Oh, it's already starting to grow on me. It is crazy money, right? And I just can't afford it. If I had the money, I would actually go do it, to be honest, because I miss my dog so much that if we could swing it, I would go do it, to be honest, because I miss my dog so much. That dog literally kept me alive. And I know you guys, oh, you know, no. The dog kept me alive. After I got out of my coma, and I was recovering for the first year, year and a half, that dog literally kept me from unaliving myself. Because my PTS is so bad after the coma, but that I had to take care of the dog. And the dog and I were so tight and close, it knew when I was struggling more than you could imagine. It would wake me up from the nightmares, the terrors. So coming out of the coma, if I hadn't had Daisy, my dog, I would have unalived myself, because what I went through was just unbelievable. All right, well, I'm kind of disappointed. Maybe I thought it was going to go woof, but it didn't go woof. So I might have to put it in the dryer and kind of fluff it, right? If I put it in the dryer, maybe I can fluff it. So here's the zipper, everybody. So this whole thing comes off. And I think that's all that's in it. I'm going to try to open it because I want to see. Here. Yeah. See, that's what the inside looks like. I'll put it in the dryer a little bit and let it run around on air in hopes that it kind of brings the shape back, or, you know, fluffs it up a little bit. So that's the new doggy bed for the doggy. Yeah, you know, they definitely are our best friends in a sense, without question. I think animals are smarter than we give them credit for. They know what we're feeling and thinking more, you know, it's hard to explain how in tune animals can be with humans. Yeah. Most people themselves, homeless, have what they call themselves. Yeah, a lot of homeless people, or what do they call them now? Unhoused. People have dogs, right? As companions in therapy. It gives them somebody, a reason for being. And I mean, my PTS is so bad. After I got out of my coma, you just can't imagine. My dog knew this. Missy's channel, everybody say hello to Missy's channel. Good to see you, young lady. How are you? They do, John. They do. I believe this. 1,000%. They see way more than we know. She knew, my dog knew. It's hard to explain without getting too graphic or too emotional. But I'll just say this. Lorelei kept me alive through the coma. My dog kept me from unaliving myself after the coma. So I'll just say that. Yeah, I'm going to do I need to probably do an update video. I think it's been about 7 years now since I've been out of the coma. I still struggle with it. And the sad thing is, since my dog Daisy died, my night terrors have started to come back. So I haven't been real happy the last 6 months, because I don't know why, but since she died, the PTS is kicked up. And I don't know why. Tarzan says, hello, Mrs. Chano. Tried winding down my day heading into the weekend. Nice. Well, our weekends always pick up for some reason. They don't seem to wind down. We got a party to go to tomorrow. So tonight, I've been trying to clean my kitchen. My Yaya quit and ran away. So, if I had the money, I would hire a Yaya. I need a Yaya really bad. But I don't have a Yaya, so I've been trying to clean the kitchen up so that we can get it over with for the weekend. Because we got plans this weekend, and I don't want to just keep a dirty kitchen all weekend. I believe in the afterlife and ghost spirits. Absolutely, Pat says. Hey, Tarzan. So, dogs know things. I just think they know things. I don't know how to explain it, but I think they know things, right? So I think she knew when to act. Yeah, I don't know. Plus, it gave me something to focus on. So Tarzan says, I gave a dog away before he used to go to my workplace. Or parked my bike and cried, people told me. Yeah. Well, the weird thing is Lily, the other dog, right? She's been negatively affected by the loss of our dog. Jimmy's in the house. What is a Yaya housekeeper? Yes. Yes, she's a housekeeper. Yaya is a housekeeper, Filipino for housekeeper, and I need one really bad. You know, maybe I'm putting too much of a slang on it. I'm sweating because I'm working so damn hard. Yes, I need a Yaya. And I may be pronouncing it wrong. Missy's in the house. Missy, am I pronouncing Yaya okay? You know, my wife laughs at me because I always put some weird American slang, you know, slant when I try to say their words. So, Flamingo, my thoughts are real simple. One, I won't say the shooter's name because I think when we say a bad person's name, we give that bad person power. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to give him any power whatsoever. I think it's tragic for his family without question. And I only watched Charlie Kirk a little bit. I thought he was a great debater. You could tell that the boy was brilliant. He had a brilliant and a very quick mind. I feel horrible for his family, being that young with kids and a wife. I mean, it just, man, it's just bad all the way around. Now, if we want to look for any bright spots, and I mean any, it's the fact that I truly believe now young people, like your son and younger, are starting to wake up a little bit about the woke bullshit, about the craziness. I think they're waking up and going, wait a minute, this isn't right to do this violence. Democrats, you know, the crazy Democrats, the rich people that are pushing these violent agendas against people that don't believe what we believe, I'm hoping and thinking that the younger generation will look at this and go, we have to be tolerant of others. I hope they learn that lesson. I hope there's a big, giant lesson for them out of this situation. I'm glad he's going to get the Medal of Freedom. I see no problem with that. So that's what I think. Yeah, John, you're right. Right. Okay, I like that. John Tarzan saying young people is kind of like a JFK moment. And I really believe that because I've seen videos and younger people talking. I've talked to some young people personally, and they've gone, this is not right. We didn't like him. We thought he was full of shit. But it's absolutely wrong for this to happen to him. I've been hearing young people going, the people that we align ourselves with support this? This isn't good. And the good thing is, the more crazy people, the more idiots that come out and say that he deserved this, the greater that moves these young people away from that type of ideology. Because all these rich, famous people and all these people in these companies who've ran their mouths and they thought they could get away with this again and again running their mouths, after this has happened, their audience, I'm going to use this word, their targeted audience is going, we're not buying what you're selling anymore. What you're selling is not good product. It's like cigarettes. We've all figured, I don't smoke, but we've all figured out cigarettes kill you, right? So some people avoid cigarettes, you know, but 70 years ago, cigarettes were healthy for you. If the world doesn't wake up soon, it will be too late. Yeah, I don't. You know, I'm going to say this. I don't think it's too late. I don't think it's any different than it was 100 years ago. I tell people all the time, what we're going through today in today's history is the same crap that our parents went through, their parents went through, their parents went through, their parents went through. It's just different players on a different topic. But it's the same crap. It's the same thing. And it's never going to stop. The world's not going to end. You know, there's going to be wars, of course. There's going to be wars, of course, says the horse. So I don't think it's a big deal. I think it's just part of history, what we're going through. Yes. Pat says, cigarettes kill you because they cost $20 plus tax. That's right. They take food out of your mouth. But that's part of the analogy I was trying to use, you know. I talked to a lady the other day, you know, because I get recognized in public some. And I had a lady the other day recognize me and say, hey, you know, I know you from, I think, the internet. And I'm like, yeah. And so she's like, and she started asking me questions about politics and shit. And I'm like, oh, all right, well, whatever. I'll tell you what I know. But the crux of her story was she wanted to know what I thought I should do about her son. You know, how should she, why would you ask me, a guy that has no kids, and I've said all over the internet, I have no kids. Why would you ask me what the hell to do about your son? But she did. She told me how brilliant her son was and how she's worried about his future. How the world that he's going to live in is not the world that we live in today. And I told her, I said, of course not. Quit worrying, quit stressing, because the world that you and I live in today is not the world that our parents lived in or their parents. So it's going to be fine. You just teach him what you want to teach him morally and ethically, and he'll be just fine in his new world because he grows up into that world. It's not foreign to him. It's foreign to us, not to the children, not to that generation. My son would like your channel. You two think alike. I'll send him a link. Good, thank you. I need all the subscribers I can get. I'm trying to become Mr. Beast number 2, but it's a long, slow process. But I really think that, and I told her that. I said, you need to quit worrying about it. You know, just enjoy your son. Teach him what you want to teach him religiously, if that's your deal, or ethically, if that's your deal. Whatever it is. But he's, you know, it's a different thing. It's not a big deal. And in another 200 years, somebody else is going to be having this exact same conversation. Well, they are. You know, 200 years ago, people were having the exact same conversation. The damn king of England. You know, what is he doing to us? He can't control us. You know, he's going to be the death to the world, you know. Same way. You know, people used to hate the Pope. You know, the Pope was the leader of the free world. And, you know, the popes weren't nice back then. You know, they weren't truly religious. They were whore, greedy mongers. So they were kings in a white robe. Same shit, different time. That's what I think. I really do. But I think Charlie Kirk's legacy will hold. All right, got to take a call about the inheritance. Well, if you need somebody to help you hold the inheritance, just put it in a box to FedEx, all the cash, and send it to my house, and I'll hold it for you, okay? Oh, you like that, Pat? You know, but it's true. You look at it, you know, now the Pope doesn't have a lot of power. They still got shitloads of money. Not a lot of power. Presidents have more power. You know, a couple of years ago, America was weak. Now Donald Trump stands in front of the UN and tells them they all suck. And they got to swallow it. So it all shifts and changes. And it's just not a big deal. I just don't worry about it too much, I guess. I know tomorrow's going to come. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Tomorrow's going to come. It's just not going to come for some of us. That's the reality. When I die, nothing's going to change. My death is not going to affect, because I'm too little, positively or negatively, the global scheme of things. Charlie's death will affect a segment of the population, which is good. That's better than most could hope for. But he's not going to change the world. His death is not changing the world. If somebody assassinated the Pope and all the leaders of the world, it's just, the world's still going to be here. The bullshit's going to continue. Somebody's going to pick up the mantle and say, now I'm the Pope, or now I'm the leader of the world. And we're going to go on and on and on, paying taxes for shit we already own, because that's been going on since the dawn of ages. We got to pay those damn taxes for shit we already own. We're going to be threatened and bullied and harassed, by government and by the law enforcement of the time, whatever it may be. We're going to have religious crazy fanatics. We're going to have, people from the dawn of ages that believed in extraterrestrials. So it's all the same. It's all the same, It's too bad that we won't live forever so that we could see it, is kind of the thing. You're back? All right. So you got your FedEx box, right? So that you can throw the cash in there and just ship it to my house? All right. You don't own it if you pay? Well, yeah. So we don't own anything because we're paying tax on it, John. Paying tax on things that you already own, like your property, is the biggest, stupidest scam in the world. And we're suckers, and we have to do it. So wrong. Nobody should have to pay tax on their house and land that they've already paid for. I just don't like it. And therefore, you're right. We don't own it because the government can come and take it from us. Going, oh, well, you didn't pay enough. You didn't pay this. You didn't do that. So now we take your land. Not right. We're not in a fiefdom, where the king has the right to come and take whatever they want. They don't have the right to take the first daughter, and have sex with them and then return them back to the farm. They don't have the right to confiscate all your vegetables and fruits and land and kick you off of it and burn your house down and kill you. Well, the government does. Seen that happen? Yeah, it happens. Eminent domain, but also failure to pay taxes. So what you do is you raise the price of the tax rate so high, people can't afford it, so the government gets it, they sell it off, make a bunch of money. We put $100K in a savings account, $50K into stocks, shares, $20K to spend on the business. Nice. My sister got the other half, so she's spending it on mortgage and college funds for kids. Outstanding. She's probably investing in the 529 funds. That's good. That's good. Save it, hold it, use it wisely. Ship it to me in a FedEx box, and I'll store it for you. I tell that to everybody. If anybody has a lot of cash that they need stored, just send it to me in a FedEx box, not the U.S. mail, and I'll be happy to store it. Pat will help too. So that's kind of what my thought is in the world. I don't know. And maybe I'm way off base. I don't know, guys. But I don't think I am. I don't think I'm too crazy. I don't know. I wish the world wasn't like that. Would it be nice if it was like Star Trek? Sure. Especially the food replicator, right? Where you could just replicate anything you want. Hey, can I get an ice cream sundae? There you go. But it's not reality. Matt likes that too, so. All right, what else do I got to do? So we got the doggy bed out. I got to put it in the dryer in a little bit. I air fluff it tonight. I'll get it outside for Lily tomorrow to lay on while we're gone. I watched a movie called Medina, small town in North Dakota. An old man and his son killed the FBI that was taking their farm away, not for paying taxes. They've been scrubbed from the internet. Oh, I believe it. And it just can't be that way, John. The Medina incident. Okay. I think I've heard of that. I think I've heard of that one, John. It's sad. It just, It's like I was telling you. You know, I got people in Texas, you know, that are paying well over $1,000 a month in property tax. If they don't pay that, they lose their property. They lose their equity. Even if it's not paid off, they lose their equity. You know, it's just not right. It's not. The fact that every time we buy or sell something, we got to pay taxes on it. It's not right. I don't know. It just really bothers me. But in America, our only hope is, to be honest, whether you like him or not, the only hope for the tax situation is Trump. Whether you like him or not, he might be your only hope to get tax relief. And I don't know if he can or will, but you know, no other president has ever approached it. Truly getting rid of property tax, things like that. Extra tax on the car that you buy. Why do you got to pay the government for the damn car you buy? Why do I got to pay the government because we bought one of these? I don't understand that. I heard that when you said that people are taking their homes away, I heard some people say that in the future, banks can lock up and won't be able to take money out. Yeah, that's true. Part of what's happening in the banking system, which I think is really screwed, you guys got to be really careful about how much money you have in the bank. Because now you got to justify taking out your own damn money. And yes, if a bank locks its doors, you don't get your money. Now, it is federally insured up to, what, $150,000, if I remember right? So you might, after begging the government and going through hell to get it, the government insurance will give you back $150,000 of your money when the bank folds, right? But the bigger problem is banks now expect you to explain what you're going to do with your own damn money. Well, I have to live in my wife's house in the Philippines. You do. So that bothers me. And the other thing is you can't use cash. You know, it's if I spend more than $10,000 in cash, I got to explain why. Why am I doing it? Why do I, you know, where did that, if somebody gives me $10,000 or more, I got to be careful about putting it in my bank. Or they turn me into the IRS, and the IRS comes and say, hey, where'd you get this money? Don't you think you got to pay taxes on it? Like, no, I don't think I should pay taxes on it. So that's all screwed up. But we've seen a lot of times. Now, look, there's a difference between because look, a bank, your local branch bank doesn't have a lot of money. If you want to cash a $50,000 check, right, and go get $50,000, you got to give them a week in advance to get the money there. But then you got to explain to them what you're going to do with it and why are you doing it. And that's where it's screwed up. My older brother used to get his money in a check every month in the mail. Yeah. You know what we should do, David? We should go to the moon and make our own country. Woohoo! I'm in. Can we might have to borrow Elon's equipment if he would let us. But I'm in. So there's a lot of wrong in our world. And I think, I don't know, deep down, I think it's kind of cruel and unusual punishment to take people's property for not paying tax. I think it's legally wrong. It's not. I mean, legally it's okay. But morally, it's absolutely wrong to do that. Moon is made of cheese. Good. I like cheese. And I know there's not a lot we can do about it, but it's morally wrong for the government to steal your land. Why do they need to know what we do with our money? It's all because they're greedy and want a part of it, right? That's it. That's, you know, and that is so wrong. If I have money and that's my money. You know, you already took as much as you can get out of my damn income taxes. So, I don't know. I have a real problem with that. I can't do anything about it, but, you know, it is what it is, right? If I could make it different, I would. Now, I don't have a problem. Let's say this. If you bought a house and you needed to pay the paperwork fees and maybe a small tax to the county one time, all right. Small. But not every year, forever. Yeah, I know, they can't. You know, why can't we go back to like, what is it, before the 1930s when there wasn't even income tax? You know, and I know Trump has talked about the tariffs. He thinks, and I don't know if it can happen to be honest, but I know part of his philosophy is we're going to make enough money off tariffs and the other things that he's doing that they don't need our income tax, our federal income tax. That'd be nice. I don't know if that will ever happen, whether it will really come true or not, but I know that's part of his thought process that can happen. And he may be right, I don't know. I sure would like to see a rebate check from all the money we saved from Doge, right? All this money they got back from Doge. I would like to see a stimulus check back to all of us citizens. You know, an extra $5,000 or $500 would be damn nice. Give us back some of the money that they stole from us would be really, really nice. Wouldn't it be called restitution? What's the word? Restitution? Restitution. Everyone in training, follow the leader. Yes, yes. Am I the leader or are you the leader? Who's the leader? You know, I don't know. Kind of sad. I got some sad news today. When we went to Sam's, I've been buying this. This is called Skinny Pop, right? This happens to be the kettle corn flavor. They got an original flavor, and they have a cheddar cheese flavor. Now, there's only 3 ingredients in these. Popcorn, sunflower oil, and salt. That's it. So you buy a box of these that got all 3 type in it, and that's it, right? You get a whole bunch of them in a case. Went to Sam's to buy another case today, and guess what? They don't have them anymore. Flamingo says, honestly, it's simple. People work, they get a wage. They get a small income tax, 10-15%, and that's it. It should be, I agree. I think a flat tax, I'm with you. Sam's got rice. Sam's has rice. We bought rice from Sam's a couple weeks ago. Pat says, I've tried them, we still have them. I love them. It's great popcorn. The funny thing is, Lorelai and I used to go to the movies, right? Partly to eat the popcorn. Because we really liked movie popcorn. Man. But after we've eaten this for the last few months, when we went to the theater a couple weeks ago to watch Dragon Killing, Slaying animation Japanese movie, we bought the popcorn, and the popcorn sucked. I'm like, this isn't good. You know, that skinny-ass popcorn is better than movie theater popcorn. So, next time we go, we're going to sneak some of this into the theater with us. Kind of weird. But this stuff's really good. Really, really good. So, but now I can't get a case. We're out of cases. Anyways, love to catch up with you, David. Good. Yeah, it's good to see you too, man. I'm glad you're doing well. I have to go now, but try to catch up on another live stream. Appreciate that. Appreciate you hustling your son to subscribe to the channel. Have a good night. We will, buddy. We will. We will. Thank you for that. And actually, thinking of that, it's probably about time for me to get off of here. I need to wind down. Got a big day tomorrow. So I think I'm going to sign off. Say, home-style Asian soup until another day. So we appreciate everybody coming in tonight. I got a few more kitchen things to do. Then I'm already tired and out of breath. So I think I'm gonna lay down and go to bed or watch TV or something. I need to get some rest because I can tell how tired I am from all the work I've been doing today. So, but I appreciate everybody coming in, all the thumbs up. And we'll see you guys another day. I don't know when, maybe Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we'll see. But for now, let's sign off and see each other another day. Take care, friends.